Hi folks, John Finley from LemonadeLXP. We're a digital growth platform for financial institutions and fintechs. So over the last couple of days, you guys have seen an array of amazing technologies, some of which you're going to implement, but implementation is only part of the journey. You need to drive adoption to drive ROI, and that's what we do. We bridge the gap between the tech you guys are rolling out and the folks who are meant to use it. So there's two sides to our platform. What you're looking at right now is the learning experience platform. It's built in the image of today's most addictive mobile and social games to get people to take the training. It does a wonderful job. I won't go into detail on how the booster game's played, but suffice to say it gets people to participate. Once they come to the site, to the training, they click play now and they're into all the courseware. So I'm going to just quickly walk you through a mobile deposit course. So imagine you were rolling out new mobile deposit. The first thing you need to train staff on is foundational knowledge, the value propositions of the new tech so they can position it to customers. So often that's done with long-form content, but what Lemonade does gives you the ability to morph any content into game-based learning. And so this long-form content is now a game where I have to identify and fix the mistakes. So I can't just read it and tick a box that says I understood it. I actually have to validate that I understand it. And when I'm done, it gives me a rating. You can see I got 100%. Admittedly, I've played this before, and I earned 30 customers in the booster game. So how I perform in training impacts my progress in the booster game. The second thing we need is for staff to understand the technologies, and 70% of FI staff don't have to bank with you. So if they don't bank with you, they don't use your tech. If they don't use your tech, they can't talk about it to customers. So Lemonade has the fastest tools in the world for creating walkthroughs of any technology, and what they do is guide you through specific transactions so you understand them, and you're able to articulate them to customers and also support them. Now, guiding someone through is a great way to show them tech, but if you've ever been guided through anything, you know you can sometimes turn your brain off. So the second time you go through, it morphs it into a game. So now I got 5 lives. If I make a mistake, I lose a life. If I go click the right spot, I proceed to the next screen. So if I make too many mistakes, I got to do it again. That's how we drive fluency. So the last piece of this course, we want to make sure our staff can promote the technology to customers. So you can create these virtual customer interactions. So in this case, a guy comes into branch, says he wants to deposit a check. A great answer is, what account do you want to put it in? But a much better answer is, did you know you can do that using your smartphone? So this teaches staff to spot opportunities to promote the technology and to do it in an elegant way. So that is a very quick tour of the learning experience side. I showed all that stuff last year. What we added this year, we have a content exchange. It's hundreds of modules of financial training. It can be financial literacy, financial wellness, fraud, digital, all sorts of different content that you can download and install in your instance and use as is or customize for your own needs. We've even gone so far as to build out curricula so that if you download, say, all our digital banking content, it tells you what order to put it in to create a course and ultimately to create a curriculum. So we've taken a lot of the weight off the content creation. The last piece we created, which is really cool, is we built a bridge to Active Directory, which is the directory that houses all of your folks, and the org structure. And so now, with our certifications module, we can run a report. So I've teed up a report where I looked at this fellow, Joel Lemaire, and I saw which of his team members have completed their digital ambassador course. And you can see here that Angela and Jessica have completed it, but Anya and Rodney have not, and Tanya hasn't even started. So this gives me the ability to drill down into my digital readiness on every team in my financial institution. So that's a pretty cool thing because it allows me to know who's certified and who isn't. So that is the learning experience side. The digital adoption side, you can take the technology walkthroughs that I showed you in the training, and you can lift them out of the training platform because you don't want folks to have to search for them in the flow of work. And you can put them on a branded, searchable, WCAG-compliant hub where your staff can find those walkthroughs in the flow of work when they need them. What we added this year is 2 views. So each digital academy has 2 views, an internal view, which I'm looking at now, and you can see some of the walkthroughs are internal, HubSpot, Basecamp, and the external ones have a little mail button, so I can quickly send a link to them to a customer who's having trouble with any particular transaction. So it allows me to quickly share those out. But when the customer gets the email, they don't see my internal digital academy, they see the external one, which only has customer-facing technologies. So it supports staff in the flow of work and customers on demand. As I mentioned, this is authored in our rapid authoring tools. You really can create these walkthroughs in a matter of minutes, but you can also create the whole site that houses them and brand it to your financial institution. So here's US Bank's version. Here's TD Bank. Here's Great Plains Bank. You can see they all have their own branding. First State Bank, and some credit unions. Here's Enrichment, Visions, Arrowhead. So you can brand these to your financial institution very easily, create the demos and walkthroughs in mere minutes and have them live, and they're easy to change when your technology changes. So how are these used? First of all, branch staff use the walkthroughs to show customers how easy it is to bank digitally, so you can start converting some of those walk-in customers to digital. They can also be linked off your website, so customers can self-help and they don't have to call your contact center. But imagine somebody calls into your contact center and says, oh, I'm having trouble retrieving my password. As an agent, I can say, okay, where are you having trouble? Well, I'm having trouble creating a new password. I can go right to the screen they're having trouble with, walk them through the remainder of the transaction, shorten the talk time, improve the customer experience, and de-stress the agent experience, which is a big deal. One of our customers has actually seen a 58% reduction in staff turnover since rolling out Lemonade to support and train contact center staff. So it's branch, it's website, it's contact center. You can also integrate them into your chatbot and interactive voice response, so they spit out links when a walkthrough can solve a customer problem, and that deflects calls away from the contact center. You can also pipe them into your product pages, your email campaigns, your social networks to drive awareness of your digital capabilities so that customers start to use them. And then the last cool use case is when you have new customers, each header in your digital academy, if clicked, creates a dedicated page of curated transactions. So imagine you're a new customer, and I send you a link to this page that has the most common transactions you're going to do in the first 30 days. White glove service, ushering you into our digital capabilities so that you become a digital customer from day one. So that's Lemonade. We're a digital growth platform. We have a learning experience platform and a digital adoption platform to help you drive growth. Thank you for your time.